Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Rabbi.
Ketavach Shabbat Tov. We are learning Mishna Kiddushin, Parak Gimel, Chapter 3, Mishnah Yud, Mishnah 10. Okay. Ha'omer Isha, Kiddashtich. Person says to a woman, I made Kiddushin on you. V'hi omeres lo kiddashtani. And she says, no, you were not Mekadosh me. Now, that's the fact that he claims he was Mekadosher. Why would he be believed to say that? There's no reason for him to be believed. However, there is a rule, and I'll read you here from the notes. It is a general rule that when a person says that something or someone is forbidden, that object or person becomes forbidden to him, whether or not we know it is forbidden. If you say something's forbidden, it's forbidden to you. It has no ramification on anybody else. But if you say it's forbidden, then for you it's forbidden. And this, in halakhic terms, is called Shavya Anafshe Chaticha D'Isura. He made it upon himself a piece of something forbidden. If you say that you don't say something is forbidden or someone is forbidden to you, then whether we know it or not doesn't matter. From your point, it's forbidden. Now, what's the ramification of that? No, she said you were not mekadosh me. So who asa b'krei seha? He is forbidden to marry her relatives. But she's permitted in his relatives. Meaning, being that he now said that she's his wife, so now, from his point, or from his status, she's his wife. And what's the ramification of that? We know that when you marry a woman, certain relatives of hers become forbidden to you. Well, if you say that she is your wife, then those relatives are forbidden to you. If you try to marry one of them, you wouldn't be allowed. She, on the other hand, is not affected by your claim, so she could marry his relatives. Because from our part, we don't know. There is no indication from our part that she's married to this guy. So she can go around doing her business as if she's not married. He has this personal issue, so to speak. He's got this personal halacha because he said that she is married to him, that now he has to treat her and her relatives like they're married. And therefore, the Mishnah says he is forbidden to her relatives, but she's permitted to his relatives. Now, let's say the case goes the other way around. She says, you are Mekadosh me. You made Kiddushin on me. And he says, I didn't. He denies it. Okay, what's the results of that? He's permitted to her relatives. He never said he's married to her. But she is forbidden to his relatives because she said she's married. But the truth is, it's even more than that. If she says she's married to him, can she marry anybody? She can't marry anybody. If she established her status as a married woman, she can't marry anyone. So when the Mishnah says she is forbidden to his relatives, that would mean to say that even if he were to give her a divorce based on what she said, at the end of the day, there are certain relatives that you're forbidden to even after divorce. So for instance, she can't go ahead and marry his brother. So therefore, the point of when the Mishnah it wants to keep the wording, in sync in the same flow. But when it says, so if you want to define when it says she is forbidden to his relatives, that would mean that in case he would give her a divorce to free her up to marry somebody else she would still remain forbidden to his relatives because she said she was married to him. Now, next case. Kiddashtich v'hi omeres. Okay. By the way, I thought the Mishnah says this, but not yet, at least. No, the Mishnah doesn't say it. They bring down here, in such a case, meaning in a case where she said she's married to him and he said no, in such a case, the court asks the man to give her a get, although they do not force him so that she may marry. I mean, she's stuck, right? She says she's married to the guy, he says no. So what's she going to do now? So the Bezdin, the rabbinical court, asks him, basically do her a favor and give her a divorce so that she can go marry somebody.
For nothing.
Yeah, but you can't force him, but we ask him to do so to free her up. Again, she made the problem for herself, but we ask him to basically solve that problem. Because if he gives her a get, then even according to what she says, she's divorced now. Okay, next case. Kiddashtich, Kiddashtich, he says to her, I was Mekadosh you, I made Kiddushin on you, I gave you the ring, I made Kiddushin. V'hi oimeres loy kiddush labiti. No, you didn't mekadosh me. You did it to my daughter. You're mekadosh my daughter. Okay, so who asa b'kreves gedola? He is forbidden to the relatives of the older one, meaning of the mother, because he said to the mother, I was mekadosh you. And if he says that I married you, so therefore now he's forbidden to her relatives. Ugedola muteres b'krevav. And the older one, meaning the mother, is permitted in his relatives because she denies ever receiving Kiddushin from him. Now, what about the daughter? Where does the daughter stand? The answer is, Hu muter b'kreves katana. He's permitted to the relatives of the younger daughter. Let's say the younger daughter has relatives that are not related to her mother, such as she has half sisters from a different mother. So she has relatives that aren't related to her mother. So at the end of the day, he never said he was mekadosh her daughter, and therefore he's permitted to marry the relatives of the daughter, of the younger one. That means the daughter. And the younger one, meaning the daughter, is permitted to marry his relatives, because the daughter never said she accepted Kiddushin. The mother said that she's Mekudeshes. The mother is the one who said the daughter is the one that you made Kiddushin on. She has no nemana. She can't be believed for that. She can't affect her daughter just by saying that. Unlike a father, that we've learned that a father can say, that my daughter is married, that I did accept Kiddushin for her. Although a father is believed regarding the status of his daughter, the mother is not. And that's why the Mishnah says that the younger one is permitted to his relatives because, again, the mother saying that she's married doesn't matter. Now let's just do the next Mishnah. It's really just a continuation of this. Yud Aleph, 11. Kidash li esbitech. Now we're flipping the case around. Kidash li esbitech. He, the man, claims, I made Kiddushin on your daughter. No, you married me. Get that story? He says, I married your daughter. She says, no, it was me. So what's going to be now with the results of that? Who asar b'kreves katana. He is forbidden to the relatives of the younger one, of the daughter, because he said that he married her. Ukatana muteres b'krevav. But the younger one is permitted to his relatives because she denies it. She doesn't say that she's Mekudeshes to him. She doesn't say she's married to him, and therefore this is his. He made himself forbidden. That's his personal status. That's only relevant to him. It's only relevant to him. The one that he claims is married to him, but she says she's not. So from her part and from our part, she can go ahead and marry his relatives. Now, who muter b'kreves gedola? He is going to be permitted to marry the relatives of the mother. Relatives of the mother that aren't relatives of the daughter, he can marry them because he never said he married her. He said he married the daughter, not her. Ugedola asura b'krevav. But the older one, meaning the mother, who claimed that he was mekadosh her, that he married her, is going to be forbidden to his relatives. So all these are the different, manifestations of these all the different scenarios of these cases about where either he or her basically say they're married, and by doing that they make themselves forbidden, but it's something that's relevant just to them. It's not relevant to anybody else. And when it comes to the daughter, the mother cannot go ahead, will not be believed to say that the daughter is the one that the guy married, and therefore affect any kind of prohibition on the daughter or on him. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Rabbi.